it gives me so much pleasure, so much pride, so much honor to be speaking with my next guest. Now, I have had the opportunity to really delve in and have that very important discussion, becoming a woman of worth, crushing, not just overcoming, crushing the stereotypes that are placed on us, getting out of the box, escaping from the box that we are put in. And these are topics of discussion that have been buzzing around the literary space for a while. Khadija Alisamhoul-Harris joins us, and I'm so honored to have her. Book launch, director, J-Cash Leadership Learning Academy. And, it just, you see the growth, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So thank you so much, Khadija, my sister from another mister, for being with us. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tobago Updates.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tobago. It's a pleasure being here. It's a pleasure coming here all the time. I probably need a gift or a medal or award for being your most repeated.
I know, right? I think we need to have like tokens done. And as we get the names, we just add the names to the tokens.
Right? That would be so
I
cool.
think we need to do that. But how have you been though? How are you?
I am good. I've been creating a lot. I've been in that space of creating content, creating a lot of content, whether it's for youth and adults for this upcoming book here.
Definitely. So tell us about becoming a woman of worth.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Janelle, I heard you say something just now about crushing the boxes.
Yes.
Right?
And the stereotypes.
Yes. You know what my husband and I always say is that we throw away the entire box. Let's just get rid of the whole box and stop thinking, not limiting yourself. Even though you're outside the box, throw it away. So that you don't find yourself crawling back to it as your comfort
because it's
zone.
There as a crutch and you're crawling back.
Yes.
I get it.
So becoming a woman of worth, overcoming setbacks is an addition to my Woman of Worth series, which started in 2019.
Right.
And the first book, which I brought with me here, it's Overcoming the Overcomer. Sorry, it's a 7-day devotional. And between that time to now, I have grown so much in writing. So my writing skills have improved a great bit. And that led me to the 4-year production of this. I've been writing it since the first one, after the launch of the first one. And 4 years jam-packed into 7 chapters. It's a great read, as far as my husband says so far. He learned a lot.
Well, Huzzy is...
He might be a little biased,
I'm not saying Huzzy's supposed to be biased, but you're really doing wonderful things.
Thank
And
you.
I admire the go-getter in you.
Yes.
There definitely is that go-getter spirit that you have.
Yes.
And with that, you cannot go wrong. We all have our journeys, as I was saying earlier. There are journeys that we have to take in life. It's there. You can't get away from it. You learn how to navigate.
True.
And so when you learn to do that, then the path sort of clears up and you see and you begin to focus.
That is so right.
Yeah.
And Janelle, this is the essence of the entire book, because in each chapter, you get the real me.
There you go.
You get to read about who Khadija is and what she overcame, because I've overcome a lot of setbacks. And just to give a sneak peek into it, I have overcome setbacks in health. And I know Mr. McSween was just on talking about spinal anomalies.
Yes.
And he, I talk about that in my book and how I overcame it. But what is the beautiful part about it is that there's an elite mindset coaching kit, which is the kit stands for keeping it together, at the end of each chapter that helps the reader to really dive into themselves. Are they taking care of their own health? Another chapter is setbacks with finances. setbacks with business and career, setbacks with relationships, because all of us have been through rough relationships. I mean,
Yes,
I
you
have,
have.
and
Yes.
to this journey of becoming married and all of this, so I talk and touch a little bit of all these things that would help other women, other men, even men,
Yes.
overcome what they're going through and overcome their challenges. And because I'm a professional coach and I've studied the UK, my UK accreditation with the Conscious Coaching Academy,
Right.
it has helped me to help others. So as they go through the chapters, they get to answer questions at the end of it that would really help them to dig deep and become more aware of their own consciousness, become aware of their saboteur within,
Yes.
and let them uncover what is truly troubling them. So that's the whole essence of the book in a nutshell. But Janelle, I must confess, because I have a favorite chapter.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that you would,
Yes.
because there must be something that continues to resonate
Yes,
with you.
yes, yes.
So if you may, could you just read just a tiny bit?
Okay.
Let's hear how you express your words together.
So my favorite chapter is chapter 6, and it talks about setbacks and failures. Now, I would go a little further down into it, so not the whole beginning.
Right.
But it was where I was facing a lot of challenges with getting sponsorship for my youth programs when I started. So when I was once asked for sponsorship, one of my parents' longtime friends told me directly to my face, "What rubbish do you want to do for Tobago people?" And listen.
Oh, my.
Crushed me. They said, "I am not supporting this. Don't ask again." Now, those words, Janelle, it broke me so much, because these are the same young people in Tobago that is going to come to work at your establishment, is going to come and grow up to be leaders and grow up to be people in your establishment that will come and support your business.
Exactly.
How could you say no? And let me just read a little further.
Yes, please.
I refuse to let his negative words deter me, or let the failure of some ventures define me. I love my Tobago people. I love TNT. I love people. Instead, I embrace these failures as learning opportunities, and failures taught me the importance of resilience and perseverance. And that's just a little sneak peek into the passion that I have for developing young people, developing adults right here on our island.
Because it has to start from those very tender ages.
Yes.
And it's so ironic that you're speaking about an isolated experience that you had with an adult. You are supposed to be the ones who are
molding,
supporting and caring and loving us. Yet that's not always the case. The reality is that some of us we are broken, and so we don't take the time to even confess to ourselves that we are. I remember one time there was this group of leadership programs, and there were art and culture programs, and they were looking for persons to be certified in dance and art and drama and lighting and stuff like that. And Khadija Gill, I went with myself. I was so excited. I went and I signed up. I think you could only choose one. You choose one, and then you can go back and do any of the other courses. At the time, I was a dancer. I chose dance. Okay. And when I took my form, the person who was responsible for, gathering the information and sending it back to whoever is at headquarters or whatever, told me, "Dance? Why are you choosing dance?
Wow.
You could never be a professional dancer." Lord God, Jehovah of hosts, I could have just been
Died.
swallowed up
Yeah.
when I heard that.
I know that feeling.
And it took me a very long time to not believe that that was true. So when you speak about, you know, overcoming, because you either let it wrap you up,
yes,
or you roll with it.
Yeah. Let your resilience show.
And you rise.
Persevere through it.
Above.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so enlightening. It is so empowering to really, really, really have that courage, because it takes
step up. Plenty courage. Yeah.
You know, Dr. Mark and I were just talking, and we were saying, you know, the people who would be supportive is so, the ratio is so small. It's so minute compared to the people who are not.
Yeah. But Janelle, you know what? As you say that, I think the ones who do contribute and support you, those are the ones that will make a difference, you know.
Definitely.
Because if you can change just one person out of 1,000, you've done a lot. You know, and that's the mindset that I go into, even if it's a big conference of 100 people or a conference of 5 or virtual. You know, when you can change just one person, that is the way to go.
And that's quite enough.
And Jesus went back for that one that went astray.
And it only takes one.
Exactly.
To really make a difference.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's my mindset towards that. And, you know, something else I want to truly dive into is the bonus chapter in the book. It talks about communication. And when we know how to communicate with others, not only young people, but other, you know, adults, your peers, it really opens up your mind, opens up their mind to truly dive into themselves, to go inside, because success, significance, transformation, elevation is an inside job.
Definitely.
For anyone.
Yes.
And when we can do that and allow people to, or help them to go within to find the answers, because human beings are resourceful. We were taught our patterns to practice different patterns. But when we search within for ourselves, we get to find out who we really are. We get to discover what we could do, and we get to understand how limitless our potential is.
You know, we really need to delve in. Where can we find your book? Tell us how we find you on social media, telephone numbers if need be, because we really need, I know persons are watching and they really want to know how they can get in contact with you.
Okay, so my social media handles on Instagram is Queening Khadija, and that's spelled Khadija. And on Facebook, it's Khadija Alisamhoul-Harris. You can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on LinkedIn, same name.
Right.
And my phone number is 753-5024. Now, concerning the book launch, the book launch is going to be held at Shervan Plaza. Once you get into Shervan Plaza, you are going to see the table. Everything is going to be set.
Outlined.
Yes. And instead of it being 2 days, Janelle, we had to bring it down back to 1 day, because initially it was Saturday, the 11th of November, which is still on. But Monday, the 13th, is actually a holiday. That's Diwali holiday. So we're not going to do it on that Monday again.
Right.
So if people want to come and get the book at the book launch, I will sign it for you, personal.
Right.
You know, make it personal. And as a giveaway, we also have Kerry's Nice and Sweet Treats there. They will be giving away stuff when you come to buy the book.
When you come.
There's a special going on. So the first book and the second book just cost $200.
Okay.
But if you're buying the second book only, it's $150.
Nice.
And also, as a surprise, I ain't finished yet.
You
just
have
now,
more?
I have more. You get a lovely bookmark with it.
Yes.
Right? There's my very special quote that I designed this little lady on top here because it represents freedom. You know, every logo that I find to incorporate into my business has a lot of meaning to me. So this lady here it represents freedom, woman, freedom, right? And it says, let your soul breathe in inspiration. So it's breathing in and breathing in inspiration. So the book gives you inspiration, but there's more.
Okay.
So each person who buys the book, they get to scan this barcode at the at the end of the bookmark to get a free coaching session, 30-minute free coaching session.
Loving it.
Yeah.
And we want to thank you so much, Khadija, for
You're
joining
welcome.
us. Unfortunately, girl, we out of time. You know how it goes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we wish you so much blessings
Thank
and
you so much.
success.
Yes,
Yeah?
thank you.
So
Thank
we're going
you
to
for having
take a
me.
break. You are most welcome.
Yes.
We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more brunch. Remember the trivia question. Which village, which one did mud mask originate? This is a good one. I hope somebody gets it. We'll be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Book Club Corner is up next. Don't miss it. We'll be right back.